People freak out when they're like, money is leaving your paycheck before it even reaches your bank account. And I want that money back in your bank account. And I find that so many people save thousands of dollars by doing this, you guys. Welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. All right, so many of you are out there on baby step 2 and you are paying off debt. And I know it can feel like an uphill battle. And listen, there are always things that you can do, in the short time, like limit your lifestyle, eat rice and beans. I mean, there's these things we can do in our lifestyle that can help, absolutely. There's also a couple of things, you guys, that can make really big splashes with your money. Big impact, okay? So yeah, cutting out the $5 coffee here or there, sure, I mean, it's helpful. It's $5, yeah, and it can add up. But to really make some big progress, there are a couple of things that you can do to really help you get started on this process. Or if you're in the middle of your debt snowball, it will help you. Or even if you're on baby step 3, maybe it can help you as well. So those of you on baby step 2, here are 4 things that are going to make a big impact to your debt snowball. Number 1, increase your take-home pay. Okay, I'm not talking about just getting a raise, even though that could be an option, but I'm talking about your entire take-home pay, your paycheck. So one of those things is you're investing. So if you are investing in your 401k while you're in baby step 2, money is leaving your paycheck before it even reaches your bank account. And I want that money back in your bank account. So by pausing your investing while you're getting out of debt, it's actually gonna give you more cash to get out of debt faster. And again, this is pausing your investing. People freak out when they're like, wait, you don't want me to invest? Oh my gosh.
How dare you?
Listen, for a short period of time while you're getting out of debt, again, you want all of your focus, all of your intensity on that baby step. And then once you have a fully funded emergency fund after you're debt-free, then baby step 4 is investing. You can go back, invest into your 401k, Roth IRA, whatever it is, 15% of your income into retirement is what you will focus on. But if you are getting out of debt and still investing, pause it. More money will come back in your paycheck. Also, another way to get money back to your paycheck is to change your tax withholdings. So if you get a really big check from the IRS every year because you've paid too much in taxes, that means money is leaving your paycheck, going to Washington, D.C., sitting there, not earning interest, nothing, and then coming back to you in a big check. Where that entire year you could have been using that money from your paycheck to get out of debt faster. So this is a really important thing to look at and to make sure that you can actually adjust your withholdings. And if you don't know how to do that, the HR team at your workplace should be able to help. All right, number 2, liquidate non-retirement assets. And liquidating just means selling something for cash. So yeah, this can be things all around your house for sure, but 2 big splashes I see people make is with their home and their car. Now, I don't always recommend selling your house while you're getting out of debt, but some people do when they say, okay, my house, I have 50% of my income is going to my rent or my mortgage. That would be a red flag to say, yeah, you probably do want to downsize. And by doing that, again, it's freeing up so much money in the month to throw at your debt. Also, your car. Look to see, okay, do I owe so much money? Am I able to pay this off in 6 months to a year? And if you're not, sell your car. By doing these things, again, you're getting more cash to throw at your debt. All right, the third thing you can do is use other non-retirement assets. So by this, I mean any savings bonds you have, or stocks, or CDs, or mutual funds, or a whole life insurance policy you could cash out. All of these things are these, financial entities that you have around that will not be dinged if you cash out. Now, retirement, I do not want you cashing out retirement to get out of debt, okay? So do not touch your 401k or your Roth IRA if you have one. But everything else is up for grabs. And again, people are like, oh, but I've had this couple of $1,000s from my grandma, from a CD she left me. Cash it out and pay off debt. Like, what a legacy to leave your grandmother and to say, Grandma, I'm using your legacy to help further my financial future by getting out of debt. So look at all of those things. People get uncomfortable with that. But again, it is a powerful thing when you're able to say, okay, I can actually liquidate and cash out all this to throw towards my debt, to get out of debt that much faster, because you can go back and invest, again, not just in retirement, but if you want to open up a mutual fund later on down the road, put money in, you can, because that means you'll actually have money to do it. Now, when it comes to insurance, remember, always have term life insurance. If you have whole life, you're paying too much for it, and you have an investment attached to your policy, which has a terrible rate of return. So get rid of that. Get term life first, get rid of the whole life, throw that money at your debt. And these days, every dollar, it matters. And taking care of your family matters too. And with Christian Healthcare Ministries, you can care for your family's health and bank account. To learn more, go to chministries.org/Rachel. All right, last but not least, what you can do to make a big splash towards your debt snowball is to check all of your insurances, okay? So think about car insurance, life insurance, health insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance. I want you to look at every single thing you're paying on insurance, because this is something in life that you just get a policy for and you just keep paying it. Whether it's annually or quarterly, it just comes out and you're like, oh yeah. And you don't shop around and you don't see, okay, is there something, a policy that is great and it's all I need and it's way less expensive. And I find that so many people save thousands of dollars by doing this, you guys, by freeing up your money with just your insurances. So it's gonna take time. It's kind of annoying to do it, but take the time to do it, because this could be a huge splash. And again, I don't want you stuck with a really expensive insurance policy. And I don't want you stuck with any of the gimmicky policies out there either. So things like cancer insurance, accidental death insurance, phone insurance, all these things you don't necessarily need. So I would get rid of them and put that money towards your debt. And of course, there are other ways to pay off your debt besides those things. But again, those are the 4 biggest things that are going to move the needle. But again, there's other things like cutting back on out to eat category, not shopping, doing a no spend challenge, selling stuff all around your house, getting a side hustle or a part-time job. There are ways to throw money at your debt to get out of debt faster. And I hear from people all the time who do this journey, and they do some incredible things to get out of debt. And we find that people are out of debt in 18 to 24 months by paying off their debt, smallest to largest, using the debt snowball method. So if you're out there and you're doing it, keep up the work. And if you're not, just know you can become debt-free. This is something that is so possible. And I know it's hard and I know it's a lot of work, but I'm telling you, the sooner you get out of debt, the freer you become of not owing anyone anything, and your paycheck coming in and you get to decide what to do with it. It gives you power and it gives you options. Now, there is something that my team and I are doing that I would love for you to be a part of. So I am doing a survey so I can keep giving you content that you want and that is relevant for here on the Rachel Cruze Show. So I would love for you to take this survey. Please, if you want to fill it out, you actually get a chance to win a $100 gift card. So the survey is only available until April 22nd. So go ahead and fill it out before it's too late. If you go to rachelcruze.com/survey, you can take it there and we can get your feedback. I would greatly appreciate it. And remember, you guys, all of this, getting out of debt, changing your insurance, cashing out that mutual fund that you've had, but that's not retirement, all these things is to help you get from point A to point B, from being out of control with your money, owing people money, all of it, to being free and building wealth to change your family tree and be generous to others. That's what it's about. So remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.